All right, so we're live. Thanks for coming on, Kye'l.
For sure, man. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Yeah, man, this is awesome. So you're one of our first guests that we've had on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah. So
Feel special.
yeah, really appreciate you coming on here. So you and Austin got to know each other because you live here in this building.
Yeah.
Okay, and just kind of let the people know what you do.
All right. So right now, man, me and my partners, we have an exotic rental car company here in downtown Charlotte. It's been here since about 2021, but we had to revamp everything with disconnecting with certain partners and everything like that. Me and Matthew, we started this thing. Me, Matthew, and Michelle started this thing again, ground up.
Okay, and who's Matthew and Michelle?
So Matthew and Michelle are actually the owners of the company. I handle all the business development, most of the sales, anything you can name it, like management of the cars. I handle all of that, and they handle a totally different side of the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So what's the name of your company?
Select Elite Rentals.
Select Elite Rentals.
Yeah.
And I was checking out your fleet earlier. You guys get some nice cars, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're trying to get rid of a few cars, but we actually brought in a new heavy hitter.
Okay.
I guess I could tell you guys what it is at the end of the
it.
segment.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can't drop it yet.
I can if you want to.
We get the viewers to wait. Let
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
let them
we'll-
watch.
Okay.
We'll
So,
circle
yeah,
back to it.
Okay. Perfect. We can circle back.
Perfect.
All right.
So right now, what do you have in the lineup?
Right now, we just got our Lamborghini Urus back. We got a satin white Lamborghini Urus. We just got that back maybe 2 weeks ago. We have a yellow Lamborghini Urus. We have a blue Lamborghini Huracan Evo, which is very nice. We just picked up a Range Rover. I think it's like a 2019 Range Rover. We have a Porsche Macan, and we're working on 2 other cars right now. But we just picked up another heavy hitter, and then we have the Rolls Royce race as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
some nice
awesome.
stuff.
So how did you even get into managing exotic rentals? If you want to take us back to that.
Yeah, so honestly, man, it was like maybe like 1 or 2 homecomings ago. One of my friends was like, "Hey, let's rent a car for homecoming," and I was like, I'm not really into that. Like, not really into it. I'll pass this year, but maybe next year. Mm-hmm. So, like the following year, I had actually moved to this building, and I had heard that somebody in the building rents out cars or whatever. So I was like, I'll try it out this year. And I was actually in position to buy a car, but I was like, I'll rent something for a little while just to see how, I like it. And they had like a newer model Range Rover at the time. So, I was renting that out literally every week. Every week I would get it for the weekend. And that's really how it happened. And then, I met Matthew, and at the time I met him and his partner at the time, they actually split. So I was just like, any help you need with, getting the business back going, like, I don't want to be paid. I just want to help you out because, you're a solid dude, real cool, down to earth, like, and that's how it started. So it started with that, and then, they brought me on the team, and ever since then I've been making a humongous impact. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool to hear.
yeah.
So by you just being a real genuine guy, like not wanting nothing in return,
Yeah.
he went and eventually offered you a spot with the team.
Yeah, because I didn't care about getting paid. Like, I was already getting money at the time. So it was just like, I like surrounding myself with genuine people and actually bringing something to the table before I take something from the table,
That's pretty
So-
commendable.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people have that approach.
Oh, yeah. You got to be, man. You got to be a good person, to receive good things. That's just how I look at, life.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you're getting around these cars. You're getting to know Matthew. What does he have you doing to start out?
Really, to start out, in the beginning, he was just seeing, like, how I did with, like, sales, like getting people in and out cars or whatever. Mm-hmm. I used to work for Park Chevrolet a while back, and I will say, like, selling a car and getting somebody to rent a $1,300 car for one day is totally different. Like, it takes hours and hours and hours of sales tactics and just learning like this side of the game. So, you know, in the beginning, man, he just sat and watched what I could do. And he just critiqued me and took me under his wing. And then, you know, basically he turned me loose and it's been up since.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you kind of brought up a good point there. There's definitely a big difference between getting someone to rent a car for a day or a weekend, whatever it may be, versus buying a car.
Yeah.
What does that, you know, approach look like? How are you finding people to come rent a car, and what are they renting a car for?
So that's a great question. One of the tactics that we do, which I think a lot of businesses do, they use social media. But outside of social media, I mean, we make cold calls Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday. So we're hitting the phones hard. We actually just purchased like a SEO to get, you know, us showing up on like Google and like different ads and things like that. But like right now, word of mouth, you know, we out a lot and we're in nice cars. So people, they want to know what you do. So,
Right.
And we love to talk about what we do. And, you know, that's how we get people in it. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, so is that one of the tactics that you use, is like you'll just take the cars out for a spin?
Yeah. Like, I mean, that's, to me, that's kind of like the perfect way to do it. You know, like it's like a nice evening right now. You probably go to like South End or go somewhere nice and get some dinner. People will see you get out of a $300,000 car and like, hey, what do you do? Like, so, and it's a great conversation starter. It's just like if you're wearing like a nice Rolex, someone
Right.
who likes Rolex is going to ask like, what do you do?
Right.
So, you know, we just go to different places, man, talk to people, just word of mouth, man. I like talking to people.
Yeah, so it's
So-
all about getting belly to belly with people,
Yeah.
kind of showing off what you have in the fleet.
Yeah. I mean, we got a nice website too, so
Yeah, it
you
is
know,
real nice.
Yeah, I love bragging about like our company, man. I
Yeah.
will say.
And y'all, remind me, y'all did get just a nice hotel contract deal, correct?
Oh yeah. That's probably one of the biggest things that we've done this year, man. We just landed a contract with the Kimpton, literally right here. We have a contract with them, parking our cars there Monday through Thursday, and also any of our clients who park there, they get discounted parking. So if you go to like Merchant and Trade, date night, say that you rented a car from Select Elite Rentals, you're getting a discount on your parking.
Wow,
Yeah, so you're getting perks with us, man. It's just
Yeah.
not renting a car.
that's a good deal.
Yeah.
So when you say parking the cars at the hotel, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Monday through Thursday, what does that really mean? What are you doing? Are you advertising or just storing them there?
Yeah, so we're advertising, and the hotel is also advertising for us. So let's say if, you know, somebody like a high-end person comes in town, the hotel may say like, hey, we have a company here that, you know, rents out exotic vehicles if you want to be in something nice for your stay. And so they'll connect with us, we'll do the process and go from there.
So if Drake tomorrow shows up at the hotel and wants to get a car,
We gonna
you're
put
the-
him in
you're the-
something.
You're the guy to talk to.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're going to put them in something.
Okay, cool. So after you got into, you know, you kind of earned your keep there, you're showing how good you were doing at converting people, getting them to rent out cars, and now you're a partner with the company?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So what does your day-to-day look like now?
My day-to-day now is pretty much Monday through, I would say, Monday through Thursdays. I'm hitting the phones hard. I'm looking for like new business leads, new clients. So right now it's like wedding season. We recently just purchased the perfect wedding vehicle. You know, I'll say that at the end, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like I know what you about to say, but I don't want.
It's a heavy hitter, man. I will say. But right now, I'm just in the process of contacting like a lot of like wedding planners, party planners, and things of that nature to see if they need like a getaway vehicle. Since
Okay.
it's wedding season.
Yeah. So you're not necessarily calling, you know, the phone book. You're kind of figuring out where would someone want to rent a car. You know, you're calling like event planners, wedding planners, things like that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling people that can benefit from us.
Right.
You know, so it's like wedding planners, party promoters. I mean, even down to like previous clients who rented from us like a year ago.
Yeah.
Reaching back out to them, hey, we got new cars in the fleet. Hey, we got an updated website. Hey, since you're, you know, a previous client of ours, we got 20% off your next rental. So that's what we're doing day to day.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many cars are you renting out, per day, would you say?
Pretty much. Pretty much we've been sold out literally every weekend. It's slowing up a little bit because of the seasons changing. But I don't see us slowing down too much.
Yeah.
I don't see us slowing down too much. But day to day, literally the weekends are pretty much, everything's going. Right now we're working towards getting out cars Monday through Thursday, Monday through Wednesday. Because that's where like the unexpected money is.
Right.
Like you kind of pretty much expect your cars to be going on the weekends, but Monday through Thursday, Wednesday, that's what we want to get towards that.
That makes sense. Just 7 days a week. Keep it going.
Yeah. 7 days a week, we can get that, man. It'll be pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many, you told us a little bit earlier, how many rentals, what is your like goal or you and Matt's goal for the future as far as getting as many rentals y'all want, or how many cars y'all want in your fleet?
So like the perfect number for us right now here in Charlotte, I would say 10 cars, 10 high-end cars that, we can get going 10 days out the month at $1,000 a day.
Yeah.
So, that's about $100,000 a month. That's
pretty good.
Yeah, that's our big outlined goal. And I see us doing that with the process that we have, and just our team. Like we can get that done. That's very obtainable. We just have to be patient and continue to work towards that, like we've been doing.
Yeah. And you've been only doing this since 2021. Is that what you said?
No, so I've actually been doing this since November of last year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on a year.
Yeah. So like when I say like I hit the ground running,
You really did.
Yeah, man.
So this past year's kind of been a whirlwind for you.
Yeah, but it's been fun though. At times like so like a lot of people see me and they'll see me out in the car and they were like, oh, I know that's cool. Like you get to drive the cars around every day, and that's cool, but it gets old kind of quick. So I pretty much feel like if you're not passionate about something, you won't last in it. So I'm very passionate about this, and I love the people that I'm working with, I'm partnering with. That's what makes it all worth it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
you have fun with it.
Yeah, you got to, man. You got to. If you're not having fun with it, man, you're wasting time.
Right.
You think y'all stay in Charlotte?
We have plans to relocate next spring.
Okay.
Not relocate like as in picking everything up
and moving it, but expanding.
No, yeah, we're gonna expand. Like we're still gonna stay here, but we have another location that we're eyeing.
Can you let us know, or is that kind of hush hush right now? Or
I feel like we told Austin.
I remember. I know what it is.
When we were on the call, but yeah, we're planning to move to Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, we're gonna expand out that way.
Nice.
So, yeah.
What are you thinking with the cars in Charleston? Because I know Charleston kind of has like an old school vibe. Do you guys think you may have some of the cars like you have now? Some Urises, get some Rolls Royce, but maybe kind of throw it back a little bit and get some retro cars like a '50s Cadillac or something like that.
I don't think we'll go that old because our brand, we're an exotic rental car company. So just to like stay on course of our brand, we probably won't take it back there. But Charleston is like a touristy area.
Yeah.
The weather's nice. You're by the beach. So like Porsches, Lamborghini Huracans, cars of that nature are going to do perfect out there.
Yeah. For
Rolls
sure.
Royce is perfect. So that's what we're going to lean towards.
That's pretty cool. So you've been doing this for almost a year now.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you were working at Chevy before. Have you always been around cars?
Not like I am now. My parents, they always had like a lot of cars. My dad, he's a Mustang lover. So I've been around cars, but not to this extent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were you doing before this?
Before this, I was working in the bank.
Okay.
But yeah, luckily, like my contract ended in December, and I was just like, we'll take a break. And, me and Matthew, we came together and started doing this. So I was like, hey, I'm in something that I like, and I don't mind doing it every day.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm at.
And I see the Lambo key right there.
Oh yeah, man. This is our yellow years. I had to go.
Is that
pick
the daily driver?
Nah, I wish, man. We're gonna get to the point where we're daily driving.
Yeah.
These type of cars.
So do y'all own all of them, or what's that look like?
Yeah, we own them to a certain extent. We don't own them to keep them. We want to sell them after they get certain miles on them. That way we can sell, rebuy.
Okay. So constantly up in the fleet.
Constantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a strategy behind it then.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. That's
Yeah.
cool. What's your favorite car in your fleet right now to drive?
That's kind of like a hard question, honestly, because we recently had a G-Wagon in our fleet, G63 G-Wagon. That was actually my favorite car. So out of the Rolls-Royce Wraith, the Lamborghini years, the G-Wagon was probably my favorite. I don't know why. You just got to get behind the wheel, man. It's a different feel.
I've been behind a 2014 G-Wagon, and it was fast. That AMG, it was fast. It was a 2020, 2021?
Yeah, so we had a 21.
Oh, yeah, I know that was. I just don't like how hard it is. The doors open and slow.
Yeah, I would say like those doors, you got to put some force behind them to close them.
That was my only problem.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was great.
Well, those were built to be kind of like armored vehicles for like politicians or like you know big important figures, kind of like overseas, right? I think they're like contracted originally by Mercedes to go ahead and build something that was secure like that.
Yeah, the G-Wagon, man, it's a sturdy vehicle, I will say. It's heavy, it's powerful. I mean, when you see one coming down the street, like you know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Definitely don't want to get your finger caught in the door.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
So what is outside of getting hired to do like a wedding or kind of a special event, what does your typical clientele look like? You know, who's calling you up and saying, "Hey, I want to rent a car for a day or for the weekend"?
I would say kinda is like people who are just around Charlotte. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of clients that are in South Carolina who do music. So maybe 3 times out the month we'll get like a call like, "Hey, need a car for the weekend." Couple video shoots. Like our Lamborghini Urus, our white one, was just gone the entire weekend last weekend for like a video shoot.
Okay, for a music video.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That's cool.
And so our Wraith was gone that weekend too. And then the week before that, one person came and got the Wraith, and they doubled back and got the Urus off of video shoots. So yeah, I don't know if it's that time of year where people want to do video shoots and whatever, but that's been like our clientele. But day to day, man, it's just people who see us out and they may have connected with us previously. And they'll come to us like, "Hey, like I'm ready to rent something." So
yeah, I think it is some time for video shoot because somebody hit me up Saturday about jet skis on a video shoot for jet skis.
Yeah. See, I don't know what it is, man.
All the artists is performing or something.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. So I got to ask about the Rolls Royce though, the Wraith.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen them in person. I've never been inside of one. Does it live up to the hype? When you first sat in it, where you're like, "Dang, I'm really sitting in, a $250,000, $500,000 car."
Yeah. So the Rolls-Royce Wraith is actually my favorite car.
Okay.
Like, it's my dream car. So before the one we have now, we had another Wraith. But me and Matthew, we always laugh about it because, it was a Rolls-Royce Wraith, but it didn't have the original stars in it. So, we got the stars put in it, and it had, like, a sunroof in it. So, we look back now and laugh because the one we have now has the factory starlights. It's nice, it's plush. It's just nice. But to answer your question, yeah, to me it does live up to the hype because when you see it coming, man, you just know that's somebody important.
Yeah.
You see that spirit of ecstasy sticking up. And then when you're inside of the car, you got the lights shining on you. You can adjust them. I can talk about it all day, man, but You know, important people don't have that car
Yeah.
for no reason.
You know, it's a big
You know?
boss behind the wheel.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, rappers don't rap about their car for no reason. So,
Right.
You know.
It's got to mean something.
Right.
How's the stereo system in it?
It's nice, man. Like, to me, Rolls Royce is the most complete car ever made. Like, top to bottom. Suspension, driving, whatever you can think of, Rolls Royce is complete.
So it handles well too. It doesn't just look nice, like it rides
Oh
nice.
yeah, it rides nice. V12, you know, like it's a very powerful car. It's heavy. Like, you know, it doesn't lack in any area.
That's cool.
I think it takes like what, almost a year to build one.
Probably.
Yeah. So something like that. I heard something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so have you been behind the wheel of a Lamborghini Huracan?
Nah, I can't fit in one.
Okay.
Yeah. That like, if you look at that car, I actually have one downstairs now, and after this, you know, we can go downstairs and check it out. But like, if you look at that car and you get in it, that is a tiny, tiny car. Like, you can't be too tall, you can't be too big. Like, you have to be the perfect size to fit in that car.
So this dude right here, can fit.
Like, he would just slide right in. Like, he would slide right in.
I might be too tall for that.
Yeah. So no NBA players are driving a Lamborghini Huracan unless they're like Kemba Walker or Isaiah Thomas or
maybe not, man. I don't know. That's a tough question to ask because, like, at least around Charlotte, I see a lot of NBA players in like Urises.
Yeah.
You know.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen LaMelo drive by in his Urus
Yeah, he
before.
got a crazy fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shoot, if I get 250 million, I have one too.
Yeah,
seriously.
for sure.
Well, I was gonna ask that because the C8 Stingrays, the Corvette Stingrays,
The
the
Z06,
C8s,
yeah.
the Z06s.
Yeah.
I've heard that, like, from a performance standpoint, that they're on par with like a Ferrari 455 or like Lamborghini level. Like, the fact that, you know, Chevy went all out with this car and still kept it, you know, somewhat affordable. You're looking at like, you know, 150, 160 G's, but still like handles at that, you know, high performance car.
I've actually heard that too, but I can't really attest to that, honestly, because I've seen, like, in real time, I've seen and been on the highway behind like a Huracan, and it's just different.
Yeah.
Like, it's different from look, sound, speed, whatever, like, you name it. Like, and we've actually had two C8s in our fleet.
Okay.
So we've had the C8 that's under the Z06. So I want to say that's the 3LT or
Yeah.
Something like
believe Matt said 3LT.
yeah. So we've had two of those, and you know, the C8s are nice, man. They're nice, they're fast, they're quick, but the Huracan is like,
It's just different.
yeah, it's like different, man. Like it's almost comparing like an Aventador, Lamborghini Aventador to a Huracan. It's no comparison. So to me, you really can't compare the two. But the Z06, you know, I would have to see that, like, actually in action.
Yeah.
You know.
They look fun to drive, man.
Yeah, they are. They are.
I think Corvette did right by going in that
The
direction.
mid engine, yeah.
I was supposed to be having my own with y'all.
Hey, we waiting on you, man. We waiting on you. We ain't, you know.
I was so hurt.
Nah, it's all good, man. Everything will happen when it's supposed to, man. Like, we not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, we here. So
what's it look like when someone calls you up and say, hey, I want to book it for this day? Are you guys delivering the car? Are you having them meet you somewhere? What's that whole process look like?
yeah, so it's actually a process. So, you know, somebody calls me like, hey, I want to book this car for tomorrow. Okay, I'll say, send me your license, insurance. You got to have full coverage, you know, to rent from us. And we don't provide any insurance. So once I verify that your insurance checks out and everything like that, we'll go ahead and get you set up with the car. You know, it's a $1,000 deposit on any car we have. And then you just proceed with the payment. Once we get everything set up, we'll send you the address. It'll either be between Museum Tower or 500 West Trade Street, where we do our deliveries. You know, you come pick up the car. We do like a walk around. It takes about 20 minutes because we're very thorough with the checkout. So we take a bunch of pictures of the car, the miles and everything like that.
Yep.
And we always tell, like, our clients, like, hey, we're doing this for us, so you need to do it yourself. So take pictures of the car. That way, when you return and there's a scuffed wheel, we're both on one accord, like, hey, you did this and
Right.
You know, so yeah, we do like a very thorough process with these expensive cars.
You have to with those cars.
Yeah,
for
these expensive cars. Nothing is cheap on these cars at all, man.
No.
Nothing.
Have you had any crazy stories you can tell us that something happened in the past year that you've dealt with it?
Yeah, like Matthew, he'll probably tell you this too, but like I would say maybe like 2 months ago, someone had rented our Huracan off Turo, and we were kind of skeptical about it at first, but like, hey, this is a risky business. Like anything can happen. So I had got a call like the next morning, like 8 a.m. from the police department. Yeah, they was like, are you the owner of the company? And I'm like, no, but like, I can speak on behalf. So we were just talking, and the police officer was like, yeah, well, your Lamborghini Huracan's been reported stolen.
What?
Yeah. So in all actuality, it wasn't stolen. We're thinking that the lady who rented the car, her and her boyfriend may have gotten into like an argument or something, and he took off with the car, wasn't answering the phone. But yeah, that happened, and I would say within 5 minutes, or maybe less than that, I located the car, through trackers and everything, located the car, and then within 20 minutes, police were surrounding the car, parked in front of it. We got down there within 30 minutes in Concord, and got the car back.
Dang.
And no damages?
Well, there was a couple like minor scratches, stuff like that, but they went over on miles, so had to get them for that. But
yeah,
that was actually kind of scary because it was scary and it was funny because like the day before we actually had a meeting, and it was like we need to tidy up on our checkout process and making sure we looking at trackers and stuff like that, just in case something like what happened, and thankfully we already talked about it and nobody panicked. It was just like we prepared for it, so that was probably like the craziest so far. I'm praying nothing else like that happens.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's good. It could have been way worse.
Oh yeah. You gotta be thankful, man. You gotta be thankful. Like even though like we saw like he was doing like 140 on the car, thankfully he didn't like crash it or bust any tires or any major damage was done.
Yeah. So you guys get trackers on it too that keep track of their speed?
Yeah.
That's smart.
You got to, man, because like we want people who like rent from us. We want you to have a good time, but we also want you to be safe. So it's really no need for you to be doing 140, 150, 160.
Yeah.
Putting
other people in danger too.
Yeah, we don't want that because we don't stand for that.
Right.
And we want everybody to be safe but have fun.
Yeah. So you mentioned when you got it back, you had like a couple scratches on it. Do you guys have like a body shop or some detailer that's on retainer or just on call to be like, hey, like we got to get this fixed because you can't just like bring it to some random person to detail a Lamborghini or a Rolls Royce.
Yeah. We have 2 shops that we go to here in Charlotte that are very phenomenal. I don't know if I should say or can say.
Yeah, you can shout them out if you want.
Yeah, so we go to Eurofed in South End, and then we go to our guy William, who's also in Lower South End as well. So, I mean, they take good care of us. Luckily, we had the PPF on the Huracan, which basically protects the paint, puts like a film over top of it. So the scratches weren't too major. It's like, you just take the PPF off and reapply it, and it'll cover the scratches.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah,
smart.
Yeah, so
that's good.
Yeah, it's just like precautions, man. Precautions that you take in the beginning before you let the car go.
Yeah, you gotta have a lot in place then.
Yeah, for sure.
Set the expectations high.
Yeah, like man, like with our checkout process, like I tell people the honest truth, especially like with renting out our Huracan. Like, so there's a difference between like a Lamborghini Huracan and a Lamborghini Evo. So the Evo, there's actually a button within inside the car that you have to press to lift the car up because it sits so low. So like if you're coming around like a little slope or anything, you have to lift the car up or else it'll scrape like the front bumper.
Right.
And that front bumper is $20,000. So I'm always upfront and honest with people. Like, like the most important button in this car is this button right here. Lift it up. Like you're coming across a speed bump.
Lift it.
Lift it. Like go at an angle. Like don't mess this bump up.
I wouldn't even want to rent that car.
That's a lot of pressure.
I mean, like you gotta tell people the truth.
Yeah.
Like you know, like I'm always upfront and honest because I don't want anything to happen to anybody and they say I didn't tell them something. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah.
So, you know, if it scares them a little bit, oh well, I know they'll drive safe. So.
Yeah.
Who's the most famous person that ever called you up and rented a car from y'all?
There is a few, man, because like we got like a couple of NBA, clientele. But I would say maybe the most famous guy that we've had come to us and get a car was Luke Cage.
Really?
Yeah. He came and got our Cadillac Escalade from us.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a dope experience. Like to see him on Netflix and he has a new movie out. So we actually met him and his family at the airport. Mm-hmm. Took pictures and everything. Like he's cool. He's very cool. Very great experience, I will say.
Yeah. So you'll do that for clients too? Like you'll go pick them up at the airport, get the car to them?
Oh yeah. I mean, if they request that, we'll do that. We can accommodate that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you really go all out for the experience then. Make sure it's top notch.
Yeah, man, because renting from us isn't just like you're renting the car, you're going off on your way,
right,
coming back. No, it's like a good experience. Like I know in the beginning, we would bring clients up here. We would do the checkout process up here. So they would do all the payments and put everything on the checkout, everything. Like, you want to go ahead and pay for it, upload it on the internet. We'll come up here so they can see all of this. Like,
this is a good view up here.
Yeah, like you're getting the full experience with us.
Yeah, you get someone excited up here.
Yeah, and then, I don't ever want anyone to think like this is transactional. Although it is, we like to relationship build. So it's more than just us taking your money and giving you a car and say go on about your day. No,
right.
Like we want to get to know you.
Right. Yeah, it's a relationship business.
Yeah. Like we want to know when your birthday is because we're going to send you a coupon for 20% off.
Nice.
Yeah, and we want you to go to Merchant and Trade and park and get a discount.
Yeah. And
we may even meet you there and get you drinks.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of people we are. Like we like to do stuff like that.
I love that, man. That's cool. That's really cool.
We like to do stuff like that. So
awesome. Have you ever had someone come to like pick up a car and then you're like, oh man, I don't know if they can handle this. I don't know if they can drive this. They ain't giving me the most positive vibes right now.
Yeah. So it was this guy. He came maybe like 3 months ago, and he had rented our Huracan for the weekend, and he didn't know how to put it in like drive, reverse, nothing. Like he had no experience whatsoever. And like I literally almost told him like, man, look, let me put you in something else because I don't know if this is the car that you want to drive. Like this isn't like, it's small, but this isn't something you want to play with. But and this might have been like the longest I've ever sat and talked to somebody. I was literally there with him for 2 hours.
No way.
Yeah, I was there with him. Talking to him. Yeah, like before he drove off, I was outside with him for 2 hours. Like, yo, tell me how to put it in drive. Tell me how to put it in reverse. Like, tell me how to lift the car up. Like 2 hours. Wow. And I was nice enough to give him the 2 hours back, like on his return time. Mm-hmm. But it's like I couldn't let him leave without, I was like, yo, even if it's 5 o'clock in the morning and you got a question, call me. I'm going to answer. Like, don't hesitate. So.
Man.
He had to earn that trust.
Yeah, man. Because I couldn't let him leave without, like, being comfortable that he was going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that Huracan, man, it has a lot of power, man. Like, yeah, and you'll lose yourself in that car. So
how much horsepower?
I want to say it's like 632, but the scary thing about that car is it's rear wheel drive. Mm-hmm. So, all the power is in the back, the engine's in the back. It's light up front, so it's going to fishtail, if you don't know how to handle it.
Right.
So, Yeah.
We're gonna check it out after this episode.
Yeah, man. I got the gears downstairs. I got the Huracan downstairs. We can check it out.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. What do you think is your most your sought after vehicle right now when people call you up?
It was our Wraith.
Mm-hmm.
It was our Wraith. But now, since we got our satin white years back, it's been that. Yeah, but
Where was it?
so it actually had got into an accident. Yeah, and then with the parts and everything, it's just taking a while to get it back. So we recently got it back, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. We just got it back.
One of your renters wrecked it.
No, so actually, one of our partners had hit something. Yeah, he had hit something and tore the side of it up. But yeah, we got it taken care of. It was down for a little bit, man. But we got it back. But I actually lied. I think the Huracan may be like the most sought after car.
Okay.
Because literally that car is going every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Like tomorrow, it's
gone
going tomorrow up until Monday. Like that car does numbers, man.
You don't see it too much?
Nah, don't see it too much.
That's a good thing though, right?
Yeah, it's a good thing. Like to me, man, in the beginning I was heavy on like being able to drive the cars and being seen in them, but now I'd rather see other people in them and I'd rather make money.
Yeah.
Like driving these cars around, it's cool, it's super cool, it's fun, it's exciting. It's something that you don't do every day, but it gets boring after a while. And like I tell my partner Matt all the time, like, if I'm not having like a good week, as far as like getting cars out, good month, I don't want to drive anything, because a part of like how I look at it, a part of me driving something is I've earned it. So I've gotten cars out. We having a stellar month. I've earned the right to do that. So whenever, I'm not having like a good month or a good week, I don't want to drive nothing. I'll chill.
That's cool, man.
Just having discipline.
I like that mindset.
Yeah,
like
man.
Too.
I like that a lot. I feel like a lot of people, since they have access to that, would take advantage of it, Nah,
man. It's like, honestly, like having like a partner like Matt, mentor, he tells you the bigger picture. And once you, for yourself, can visualize the bigger picture, you realize it's bigger than driving these cars around. Like, it's cool, it's fun. Like, I love going to a club or a restaurant and valeting, I'm in a nice car. But it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
So once you realize that and you put the work in and you follow the process, everything will come into play. So.
Yeah, and you can answer or you can't or you won't, but I don't know too much about how lucrative the game is for exotic cars. Can you tell? Is it something you could tell us or the viewers? Like how much? Would it be like $1,400 a day? You rent your cars out?
Yeah. So I'll say our highest car right now is our Urus. They're about $13.99 per day. They're about $13.99 per day. Our cheapest car is $200 a day. It's a Porsche Macan. So it's anywhere between those. And we've been having good months, man. So
that's good.
I will say we've been having good months. So
that Huracan is about $1,200, I'll say, and you're going out from tomorrow to Monday.
Yeah. So it's $11.99 then plus your taxes.
So making a good about close to what, 4? That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
And they gotta bring it back like topped off with gas.
Oh yeah,
full tank.
yeah. So if they don't, we just charge them for that.
Right.
Yeah, just charge them for that.
Have you ever had somebody put 87 in the car?
Nah, I pray nobody does that, 'cause they'll be buying the car. They'll be buying it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, with those cars, you gotta put in the high octane.
Yeah, the 93 only. Like all of our cars require 93.
Yeah.
Nothing less. Nothing less.
Yeah. If you got like a BMW X3 and like they're saying you got to put in an 89, you can get away with the 87. But I mean, when you're driving a Huracan, you can't be doing that.
Nah, man, you tear everything up in the car. So yeah, 93 only.
Man. So what's your your goal here? Because you're about to hit a year in this business. You know, for you over the next, let's say, 3 years, what do you want to see the company move up to?
Man, within like the next 3 years, I see the company being in more than 2 or 3 locations. So like right now, I told you, I do all the business development and sales. Within the next 3 years, I'm hoping to bring somebody else on and teach somebody what I know and, you know, keep the train moving.
Yeah.
And just have different people in different locations.
Yeah, kind of like maybe teach them the day-to-day here in Charlotte so then you can focus on expanding out.
So kind of like how you know, Matt brought me in. He taught me everything he knows so he can do something different. I want to be able to do that for somebody else within the next, you know, 2 or 3 years. You know, bring them in, say, hey, look, you're going to be ahead of the Charlotte location. We're going to go out to Charleston. This is what you're going to be doing.
Right.
Would you move to Charleston? So you'll move to Charleston, or you'll still be in Charlotte, just meet on weekly visits?
Maybe in the beginning, probably doing like weekly visits. But I mean, if it helps the business for me to move out there, I'll be out there.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Dedication.
Yeah, I ain't selfish at all, man. I've been living uptown since 2016. You know, Charlotte is nice. It's only growing. You know, I'm not attached to it. So if it requires me to go to Charleston, I'm out.
You think you ever go to like Miami or Vegas, like them big old? I know a lot of car runs out there.
Yeah, Miami has a special place in my heart. Like that's like my overall, you know, goal when I turn 50. Like retire, go to Miami, live in Miami, be on yachts every day, cigars, you know. That's my thing, man. I even got Miami tatted on my arm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. Like I love Miami. Like it has a special.
Rick Ross Jr.
Yeah, Miami has a special place in my heart, man. I will say.
What is it about Miami?
So crazy. Like the first time I ever went to Miami, like I was going through like a bad relationship breakup. Like, you know, it's like one of those lengthy relationships, and you know, I was having a hard time getting through it, and I was going on spring break, and one of my god brother, he was like, "Yo, like come to Miami, let's have fun." So he lived out there, and like man, when I went out there, bro, like I seen things that I seen on TV, but I was actually seeing in reality. You know, like you know, he stayed in like a big high rise right across the street from the Heat Arena. You know, all glass unit. I'm looking over the ocean. He drove a nice Bentley, you know, so like I'm in Miami driving a Bentley, pulling up to a high rise, like it's a more like that's when I realized like, yo, it's so much more to life than like being in a relationship. Like so just being out there, man, it just changed my whole perspective of everything, like my drive, my grind. Like when I came back home, I graduated, I moved into a high rise. I moved to the View right after I graduated because I actually seen and felt what it felt like to live in a high rise. And I was like, I gotta have this.
Yeah, you want to emulate that.
Yeah, so it was like Miami just opened my eyes to everything.
That's cool.
Everything. So
that's the end goal.
Yeah, that's the end goal. I mean, it's attainable now to go out there and live out there now, but I got business to take care of here.
Yeah.
I love that.
Business first.
That's cool. So before we go ahead and end here, we gotta end it with, you know, what's the car? What's the big guy that's coming up here? What can we expect?
Yeah, man. So we recently got a Rolls-Royce Cullinan.
I knew it was gonna be that, white? Dude. That was gonna be my guess.
So we got a black Rolls-Royce Cullinan with red interior, with the shooting stars on the inside.
Is it downstairs?
Nah, it's not downstairs. It's not downstairs. It's not downstairs.
So you gotta like order that, or you go to a dealership?
Yeah, we go to a place and pretty much get them.
In Charlotte or where?
Yeah, it's in Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charlotte's in New Atlanta. We can get everything down here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, you got McLaren dealership, you got Tactical Fleet. You know, you got Chicago Motors right in Charleston. Well, not Charleston. I forgot that part of South Carolina, but it's close. Rock Hill.
There's one in near Raleigh called DreamWorks.
Oh, that's in DreamWorks is in Roxborough.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
All the athletes go up there.
Yeah, they get their cars fixed out there. Yeah.
Okay, so Rolls-Royce Cullinan.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be like the perfect. It's gonna be like the perfect wedding car, man. Like,
Yeah.
You know, we actually had like 3 weddings back to back in our Wraith, but to me like the Wraith isn't like it's a great wedding car, but not when you want a driver. So to me, when you want a driver and it needs to be a Rolls Royce, it can be like the Ghost or the Phantom or the Cullinan. So, you know.
The Cullinan, when you see somebody drive that, man, you know somebody.
Yeah, that's
Somebody
half a ticket.
I think
Yeah.
Shador Sanders just got one of those.
He just got one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's $500,000 car.
That's crazy. So that's going to be the most expensive car in the fleet then.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be around like $2,000 a day.
2000. It was a white one in the parking garage the other day.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah.
So have
Some
you
money, man.
you driven it yet?
Nah, not yet. Not yet. See, the thing about me, man, is I don't rush to like drive the cars when we first get them because I know at some point I'm gonna be in it.
Right.
And I'm gonna get tired of it.
Yeah.
So I always take my time with like driving stuff, man.
Getting
it's
into
gonna
it.
come. Yeah. It's
Love
gonna come.
You must be pumped for it though.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
That's a big move for the business too then, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's very big, very big. I honestly think like maybe like our last few moves that we're probably gonna make is gonna shape our year for next year. One of them being, us closing the contract with the Kempton, because that's only gonna form like relationships when we go to anywhere, you know.
Right.
So like we already have a contract, we already have things in motion here. This is how we do it, and go from there. So
That's cool, man.
yeah,
That's cool.
What's up?
yeah.
Well, the whole purpose of this podcast was talk to the big names in Charlotte.
Yeah,
the
man.
big businesses, the things that are up and coming.
Yeah.
So where can everybody find you on social media?
You can find me at __ Casanova, or you can, more importantly, our business is Select Elite Rentals on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got a website too, just
Yeah,
selecteliterentals.com?
Yeah, so our website, www.selecteliterentals.com. Yeah, go to the website, take a look at our fleet. We have a very nice creative website, so I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, Kye'l, I appreciate you coming on, man. And how about we go check out some Lambos?
Let's go do it, man.
All
Let's
right.
go do it.
Appreciate you, man.
For sure, for sure.